Alright, so today I'm reviewing these. They are the EDX Pros. Now, what these are IEMs. IEM stands for in-ear monitors, and I think these are a perfect segue into the world of IEMs. Now, personally speaking, these are my second pair, but for the only reason that these are too good that I had to give one out as a gift just to share the to share the word of how good IEMs are. But in essence, I really like these specifically because for how low cost they are, essentially, if you need great over-ear headphones and you like the feeling of earphones as opposed to headphones, and you just need them for a specific circumstance, maybe for mixing, or you need it for hearing the exact vibe of a song, I would rather get one of these than getting an over-ear headphone. Granted, I do have different types of both in-ear, over-ear, etc., mixing and master monitors, and I would say that these really go a long way in terms of performance. In terms of actual use, like being able to seal off your ear, there is no active cancellation, nothing like that. It's simply all manual, old school. It plugs your ear in with what I believe is like silica or some kind of silicone based material, and it really does the job well in terms of blocking out your ears. It's so good that when you actually try to replace these ear muffs or whatever they're called with alternatives, maybe from another brand or something, they really do not do the job at all. I just think their engineering team cooked on this one. Just on the ear muffs alone, talk less of the actual design of the IEM. IEM personally are technology that I love the concept of. Granted, I would like to test out some more expensive and to see what they could offer in the higher ranges later on. But however, what I can tell you is that these are a great segue into the world of IEMs. They do it well. That's very important nowadays because, like I said in my previous video, a lot of companies tend to overpromise and underdeliver. I really hate this saying, but for the price, these are amazing. And I don't mean for the price in terms of you might not be able to afford it and even if you can afford it, take what you get. No, these are extremely affordable, very premium, irregardless of the price. But for the price, these are great value. They are significant. If you're going to buy earphones in this day and age, just buy these. Granted, if you have an iOS device, they do use your standard or your previously standard 3.5mm audio jack. So what you will need is a converter and adapter cable, which I have one of those, so it's no problem to me. I can use them with my iPhone, and the quality is still very premium despite you having to convert it. However, if you have an Android device or you have any other kind of device, these are 3.5mm and they do a phenomenal job. I would rather anybody in this day and age experience these and actually get to, I guess, train their ears and enjoy something that is actually sonically pleasing than getting cheap earphones for the sake of earphones' sake, or even worse. I see people spend more than they would on these, getting cheap and or knockoff AirPods for the sake of, I guess, trying to get better quality because it's slightly higher in price. But assuming you're not getting cheap AirPods alternative, these are so much better in terms of quality. However, if you're doing it for the reason of just getting Bluetooth devices, I can recommend great Bluetooth devices. But if you're going above just to get Bluetooth devices, just get a Bluetooth headphone as opposed to a Bluetooth earphone, because the circuitry in them, you will never find ones that are, in terms of replicating great quality audio, you're never going to find ones unless you reach like maybe $100 to $200 range. And even at that, they might hit you with it's good for the price. So be careful what you ask for. But in terms of wired headphones, nowadays, because of the low demand in them, they keep getting worse and worse unless you do reach that $200 sub range. But these, for the price, for the price, these are superb. They are incredible. They really do punch above their weight class in terms of being able to sonically represent what is being played. And this is speaking of somebody, though they're small, somebody that has studio monitors and being able to sample between, let's say, back and front. So if you are a bedroom producer and you need to get mixes done, I would recommend these, especially if you're saving up for higher quality studio monitors and you don't want to waste your money. Get one of these, work with one of these. They really do fill up the air and give you a sense of space and dimension. Granted, I don't think these even have up to 3 motors in them, and I really do think these are just very simple. And then the cool part in terms of aesthetic is that it is very see-through in nature. It's not like your over-the-top clear devices that are just damn near glass. It has a very off tint goldish vibe to it that just gives it that sense of premium look. So it is see-through to a certain degree, but not too transparent. And then I really do like the feeling of the cord. It's not like your standard earphone cords. It is really just slightly more premium. Granted, nowadays you can find your earphones for like $1, $2, and those are just cheap, very cheap earphones. And you can find your standard Apple earphones maybe for $5 or $10, etc., etc. But for what these do, I would recommend these any day. To, like, granted, over every single earphone, unless you're going over $200, I would recommend these over any one of them. I would definitely recommend them over any Bluetooth earphone, unless you're reaching like your $300 to $400 range. And at that, you're just talking about what? AirPods, maybe your high-class Beats. There's only like a select few earphones that are Bluetooth that I would say surpass this. And even at that, you're spending like damn near 400 times the amount. But if we're talking getting one of these, slowly upgrading to like proper studio headphones and or studio monitors, these are definitely the way to go. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video and this review, do hit that like button down below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And have a great day. Take care.